So I wanted to take a minute to talk about my perspective when it comes to a commonly promoted concept related to life after death. Physical death specifically, because we don't die, we just transfer worlds, right? It is commonly promoted that upon leaving this physical realm, we return as pure consciousness, stripped completely of ego. I humbly disagree, and here's why. It's also reported, right, that souls continue to grow, reflect, are introspective, and continue learning from and engaging with various aspects of the universe in the spiritual realm. Now, I would argue, my loves, that these endeavors do in fact require egoic separation. It is the ego that contributes to our individuality. It is the ego that differs in programming, right? So it is the egoic nature to make us different from one another, to grant us different perspectives based on different energetic influences, based on experience. It is ego. It is the timeline. It is the story that causes Zeus to differ from Isis, that causes Demeter to differ from Hades, and so on and so forth. So I would argue, my loves, that the ego is in fact an aspect of the soul. I've already talked about this. The ego is the polarity of the persona, which is also an important concept to understand. Identity, energetic expression, all require egoic separation. The shadow is the polarity of the inner child, which is the light and the purity of the soul. But it is not the only aspect of the soul that continues when we transition to the spiritual world. It is us in our entirety. And because it is the ego that is the microchip of the psyche and the microchip of the soul, and the part of us that is programmed by experience, including trauma, but experiences in general, that is needed if we are to reflect, if we are to be introspective, if we are to look back on our life and our path and our karmic timeline and our story, and learn and grow and change. You cannot separate the ego from the soul. You can hone it. It can gain balance. But it is not to be killed, not to be shed, and it does not disappear.